Spring is here. I've decided to dedicate one whole bed to growing asparagus in perpetuity. Let's talk about it. As the title of this video suggests, today I'll be showing the process of me planting 20 crowns of asparagus, but really the content is talking about what asparagus is, the history of it, lots of anecdotes, and, just some philosophy on gardening while we're at it. It's kind of what you think of on an early morning when you get out in the garden at 6:30 before there's any cars on the road, and you just appreciate the crisp smells and the taste of coffee, and you get to planting. It's a magical time. The actual process for planting asparagus crowns is exceptionally simple, and there are plenty of videos on YouTube that outline it. Essentially, I've got a raised bed here with nice, loose, well-draining soil, and I'm digging tunnels that are about a foot deep or so. And then in the middle, I'm mounding up compost. And the asparagus crowns look like giant white gross spiders. And you just put them on top and spread them out. And then you put the dirt back on top of them loosely. And for the first 2 years, you let those ferns grow. And in the third year, you can start to harvest entirely. So this crop planted in 2019, I'm not going to be getting many yields out of until 2021, but that's all right. So much of gardening is about the journey. That's why we plant bare root, perennial vegetables, all the raspberries and gooseberries and currants and fruit trees that we've planted. Part of the joy of growing things is taking the time and nurturing them from start to finish. I think it also increases your appreciation of how food is grown commercially, and it increases your knowledge. So often we get detached from the process. We see food in a store and we think, oh, food comes from a store. But there's so much more to it, from seed to table. And that's what I like to think of. And now for some fun facts about asparagus. You can find most of these online. I just think they're really interesting. Did you know it's just a swamp reed, essentially? And it is one of the oldest pictured plants on Egyptian hieroglyphics, dating back to as old as 3000 BCE. Isn't that fantastic? 5,000 years asparagus has been a part of humanity in some shape or form. And it's pictured all throughout the Levant. In fact, the etymology of the English word asparagus dates way back to ancient Persian, the word asparag, meaning literally sprout or shoot, which is pretty easy to see because these sprouts just shoot up so quickly. Did you know that the Roman Emperor Augustus, because of the quickness of asparagus growing, coined the phrase "faster than cooking asparagus" when referring to his troops jumping into action quickly? It's pretty cool. Dietary-wise, asparagus is very low in calories and sodium, but it's a terrific source of dietary fiber, vitamin B6, and other minerals. Additionally, that smell that your pea makes after you eat it, and that's been known for thousands of years. It's because asparagus contains asparagusic acid. Guess what that was named after? In fact, when it's digested, this chemical is broken down into groups of related sulfur-containing compounds, and that's what gives off that horrible smell in your urine. The first time that I can remember eating asparagus was in 2008 when I was an international student in Germany, and a lot of asparagus in Western Europe is white. They use a blanching technique, and it's white gold. It's just amazing. It's got a more hearty flavor. It's a thicker stalk. It really is a robust, wonderful thing. And it has me thinking now, with the passage of time, that was 11 years ago from the time that I first had it, and we won't be having harvests of our own for another 3 years reliably. But by that time, my first daughter, Charlotte, she'll be eating asparagus, having some of her early asparagus memories. I say first daughter because we'd like to have more kids. And that's part of the magic of establishing this garden so early. They will never not know a time when so much of their food was grown at home by Daddy. And they'll be able to help too. So it's another reason why gardening is a wonderful, magical experience. You learn about your food, you experience it yourself, you just do good things. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day.